Hello everyone, X-Wing Videos here. Some people from the views said that this game was like one of the three games were like, they say this one was really hard to beat. Well, I had a hard time beating it too. I mean, what the heck? But there's a few things that. There's one thing that the level that's really annoying, which is not possibly like in the movie though, but it did follow the plot really close. It stayed true to the movie. Like I always like of what Film and Stuff said to me, I was like what he said, as I always like of how he said it. But that's not the only thing. There's this level that's just really weird. I'm not kidding. It's really tricky. Now I'm going to give you a few tips on how to survive either in the medium or the Jedi level. So, without further ado, let's get to it. This is the one right here which is really tricky to do. But this was not really in the movie of how Luke is attacking the guards of Cloud City. This one drove me insane because without warning, they will always sneak up right behind you and they'll take you out. What I would suggest to do is just spin around and make sure they don't sneak up behind you. But if you almost bump into them, you'll almost die instantly and lose a life. And the sound effects for the cloud cars, they got it just right. Almost just like the one that I mentioned earlier from The New Hope. Ah, jeez. I almost took damage there. If the one thing you want to try to do, if you want to try to keep it straight, like B is to speed up, and Y is to shoot. Almost dead. Ugh, you got me. If you use left and right trigger at the same time, you have proton torpedoes. I used to take them out, though, with one of the shots, and I was able to get it. The one thing, though, if you go way too low, you won't even know how many cloud cars you have left and what your life is. So I recommend try staying up. And don't stay in one spot for too long. Like I mentioned earlier, if you stay in one spot, they'll knock up right behind you. See, like that. See if we can recover from that. So try moving around back and forth if you can. I would say this level is a little bit like hell. I'm not kidding. It is. It's just, it's tough to beat, but as long as you get the hang of it, then you'll know what to do. Sometimes on Jedi level, you'll die a lot when you try beating it. Alright, now I got him. Now I'm flying toward Cloud City. I kind of like that of how it tells you to fly toward it. And the chime of satisfaction That's what I used to hear from the Rutsa and Artega Omega. Now the level from Heaven, the final level, this ought to be a good one. But they got the one scene correctly this time, compared to the NES version. Mine is bigger than yours is. I always like it of how Film and Stuff said that, you know, with that part in the NES review from Empire Strikes Back that he mentioned. Without further ado, let's move on. You could try staying down or either go up here. In order to use elevation, just push up and you're good. But then if you want to disconnect it, go back to there. So you can save it. But there's one thing I don't understand. Did you see that? Look at those speeders. I don't know why they're in the movie, but I mean, they're usually not in Empire Strikes Back. I'm not kidding. I mean, they were only in The Return of the Jedi. So I recommend just keep running and keep going fast. I like that of how he says impressive. It's just, it's really neat. And when you're fighting against Vader, I would recommend using the heal when you're trying to take him out. The block control is really tough in some way. I can't believe I did that. And the one thing that they forgot to do was give you the was like a checkpoint chime. Or like, you know, in Return of the Jedi you have R2, you know, as the checkpoint. So probably if you just keep going through any level and right where you die at any point, you'll be able to know where you are. And when you're about to fall, just use elevation. It breaks your fall. Sometimes there are jumps that are impossible to try to do. Now with all your training from Dagobah, now you'll fight him. I don't know why I did that, but it doesn't matter. Those troopers with the shield, it's just annoying. I mean, they really don't have that in the movie like that usually. I like the sound of the health sword like that. And they have these knives. In Return of the Jedi, they have certain power-ups. And the music sounds really good. All you do is strike normal and then push down and hold it. Some of the shrapnel will hurt you, I forgot to tell you that. just keep going straight through this level. Now they got one scene, right? Like this one. If you die, he will say, all too easy. And I like that bit, right where he gets jumped right out to the window. This is kind of interesting. You get like extra points. I don't know why, but it's not really in the movie like that way. Now this one gets really tough to do when you're coming through here. So I would recommend just keep going straight through with this level. And I would recommend keep using the elevation. One thing that's tough to take out is the ones that have shields on it, like I mentioned earlier. Dang it.
Here, order not. There is no try.
But the music, though, it sounds kind of interesting. I'm gonna go skip ahead to the next level. After when you finally get to that level, now you're gonna finally fight him. And what the heck is he waiting for? Well, I like it of how you could turn off how the lightsaber descends down and turns on. Now let's fight. Well, they got some part of the last background right. I forgot to tell you there are 2 attacks. If he jumps again without moving over, he will summon. You'll see what happens. That debris. I don't know why that's added there, but it doesn't matter. See? Now you heard that one all too easy. when you take out the last fish tick, you'll see what happens. Hold on. He will summon debris all the time. So I recommend just keep jumping around. And just dodge for his attack. It's finally defeated. I kind of like that with the light, though. Kind of neat of how it does that. And good scene of the connection of the ship. And the music sounds really good. Sounds really close to it. So, in conclusion, I have to admit this game was really hard at my time when I was little. But I got used to beating it, and I know people sometimes don't like cheats, you know, or hate cheats, but hey, I mean, no disrespect to anyone. But with guys that did this without password, or cheats, or whatever they call it, you did a really good job for it. I mean, the level from the Cloud City approach, I know that was not really usually in the movie of Luke attacking the guards of the the guards of the Cloud City. I mean, I don't know how that was possible, but hey, at least it's close to the movie, but at least it was not that bad with him just arriving. But then the one scene right where Luke comes in, and then, you know, he was granted to land in Cloud City. And the level from Darth Vader, that one was awesome. So it's a good boss battle on that one. The level is a little bit like hell, but hey, it doesn't matter. I like it anyway. Sometimes we gotta get used to it, sometimes we won't. Well, this is X-Wing Videos signing off. Thanks for watching.